Hi there, Dal from Challengers Comics here to talk to you all about the week's new books for Wednesday, January 28th, 2026. It's a gigantic week of comic books, not that big a week for graphic novels. Everything actually showed up, which if you'd asked me at noon on Monday, I would have said maybe, but definitively things are here. Let's take a look at what we got. There are a bunch of great new series starting this week, and we'll get to those in a second, but it's worth noting that there are not one, not two, not three, but 4 Absolute series out this week. They publish 6 of these a month, and 4 of them all dropped on the exact same day, the last Wednesday of the month. That's right. It's Absolute Batman 16, which is the second of the 2-part Absolute Wonder Woman crossover. A bunch of variant covers. Absolute Flash, a bunch of variant covers. Absolute Martian Manhunter, couple variant covers. There is a 3rd variant cover for this that'll be coming out next week. So if you were down for the B cover, that is coming out next week. Absolute Wonder Woman, bunch of variant covers. If you were down for the Yasmin Putri D cover, DC canceled that before it went to FOC. So if you were down for that, you are not getting it. You are getting all the other covers you ordered. Again, 4, that's 2/3 of all the Absolute books that come out in a month come out this week. But again, there are a bunch of cool new number 1s out this week, including Iron Man number 1. This is a new ongoing series by Josh Williamson and Carmen Carnero. Patrick, who is not on this video, would like me to make it known that he found this to be very similar to the David Michelinie, Bob Layton, John Romita Jr. run, which he considers one of the best Iron Man runs and probably his favorite. I don't know if I would go that far back because I don't have that far back in my Iron Man history. That said, I think it's a lot of fun. I think Josh Williamson is doing some of the best meat and potatoes, action adventure, cliffhanger heavy superhero storytelling at any publisher right now. At DC, he's doing the Superman book and also collaborating on the DC KO event. At Image, he's doing the G.I. Joe series for Skybound. I think this is great. I had a really fun time with this issue. If you have not been reading Iron Man in a while, that's okay. This kicks off at a very classic status quo. There's a few cool twists that they tell you about in the story, but it's not dependent on you having read Avengers or having read previous Iron Man runs. It's just good Iron Man storytelling. They set up a cool premise, a problem that Tony Stark's going to have to solve over the next few issues. Carmen Carnero's art is great. It uses the supporting cast in smart, sparing ways. It's really a Tony Stark Iron Man comic, and it's great. We've also got Spirit of the Shadows, a new, I think, miniseries from Oni. Maybe it's not ongoing. I think it's a miniseries. This is co-written and drawn by Nick Cagnetti, who did the Pink Lemonade graphic novel miniseries from a few years ago. As you can tell from the cover art, this is real classic Kirby Ditko style supernatural adventure stuff. If you like stuff that like Jim Rugg has done or stuff that Tom Scioli has done, I think you're really going to dig this. We also have another DCKO one-shot this week. This is DCKO The Kids Are All Fight, focusing on some of the younger heroes in the DC universe, most notably John Kent, who's kind of the star of this one, as well as Cassandra Cain Batgirl, who comes in to help him out. It also includes some of the really younger characters, a lot of the kids of the JSA that were showing up in that Stargirl miniseries from a year or two ago. This is written by Jeremy Adams, but I believe it is setting up Tate Bromble's Titans run that's going to be starting, I think, with the next issue after DCKO ends, where John Kent joins the team, where a few other characters join the team. This is a pretty solid issue. If you're a fan of like the younger characters in the DC universe, this has a ton of them. If you want to see some cool DCKO stuff this week, this is one of them. Speedrunning some of the returning series this week, we have the 2nd issue of Wrestle Heist, and we still have the 1st issue in stock if you pass that up for some unknown reason, considering we raved about it forever. Superman, a DCKO tie-in. The Amazing Spider-Man Annual, Joe Kelly does a backup story, Saladin Ahmed does the main story. 2nd issue of Sorcerer Supreme, and again, we still have the 1st issue in stock if you want to catch up on the Wanda Maximoff as the new Sorcerer Supreme of the Marvel Universe. The, I want to say, maybe final issue of the Punisher Red Band series. This is going to be leading directly into the new Punisher ongoing series by the same writer. Justice League Unlimited, another DCKO tie-in. Issue 3 of The Infernal Hulk, and we also have a new printing of issue 2, and the new printing of issue 1 came out last week, which we still have in stock, so you can catch up right away. DC's Supergirl Next Door, this is the February DC special. It's all Valentine's Day stories and romance-themed stories. Some really good stuff in this one. Max Sarin does a really excellent, the art on a really excellent Martian Manhunter, Ms. Martian story, which I guess technically isn't a romance. God, I hope it's not. So I don't 100% know what the theme of this is. If there's a story with John Jones and his adopted niece, I guess. Good God, that really got away from me. Marvel did a series of reprints for Captain America 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's the entire first arc for Captain America. Issue 6, I think, just came out last week, which we still have copies of. So like a lot of other books this week, you could catch up right away with all these new printings. And that'll about do it for the week. Again, a lot of great books. I'm sure hundreds of people just got emails earlier today about all the Absolute books coming in. So if you're someone who gets multiple covers of multiple Absolute books, I'm very sorry what DC did to you this week. But other than that, we hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Keep reading comics.